What's good, Skins fans? So, of course, we play the Vikings on Thursday Night Football, which is a primetime game. Kirk Cousins' revenge game. You like that? You like that? Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Cut that out. Cut that out, Kirk. Cut that out. Um, we'll just cut to the chase, man. The Niners game. Remember when I did my prediction and preview for the Niners game? I said it was gonna be a close game. Everybody killed me for it. A lot of people were like, I'm delusional and whatnot. I just like the matchups better against the Niners than I do against the Vikings, because once again, I'll say it again, I don't believe in Jimmy G. I just don't think Jimmy G will take a team far in the playoffs. I don't think Kirk Cousins can either, but his surrounding pieces are better than what the 49ers have. And who really cares about the Niners? I think they're going to be a first round or second round exit in the playoffs. But the Vikings, if Kirk doesn't choke it up, then the Vikings have the pieces: Stephon Diggs, Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Kyle Rudolph, the tough defense. They have the pieces to go deep in the playoffs. It's all up to Kirk Cousins if he doesn't choke it away. But about the Thursday night game, this is a revenge game. Now, when the reporters did ask him questions, he was very classy. He said he enjoyed his time in Washington. He said he's thankful for the opportunity. Nothing but good things to say. Well, Kyle Shanahan took the route where he wanted to bash the team and bash the front office. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Bruce and Dan or whatever, but Kirk Cousins took the classy route. That's just what I wanted to say about the situation. I wanted to see how Kirk answered questions from the media, because of course they're going to ask him about his time in Washington, how he was treating. And we know that Bruce and Dan kind of did him bad with the franchise tag year and year again. We kind of know the whole story. And like people are saying, Kyle Shanahan was not innocent. He leaked a lot of information. His dad leaked a lot of information to the media. They were bad on both sides. But like I said, enough about the Niners and enough about Kyle Shanahan and his antics and giving his dad the game ball. Do what you want to do, man. You know the Redskins are bad. Of course you're going to beat us. Of course. You know, you wasn't riding in with your chest high in 2017 when you was 0-5. You came to D.C. and the Redskins beat you. But it is what it is. Kirk Cousins is going to rip us a new one. He is. He's going to beat us by a lot. I'm not going to give you the final score until the end of the video. But basically, I'm telling you what I think. Like I said, I give my honest opinion. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a close game against the Niners. Virtually, it really was a close game. We should have won that game if AP didn't fumble the football. Of course, you have AP coming back to Minnesota. This is not his first time coming back to Minnesota because, of course, he played with the Saints. But the Saints, he was the backup running back to Ingram and Kamara at that time. Sean Payton and him didn't get along. But this is where AP will actually be the lead or running back number one, his first time running back number one at Minnesota against the Vikings. Historically, we played pretty well against the Vikings. I do remember the RG3 miracle run against the Vikings. That's the last time I can really remember us playing against the Minnesota Vikings, to be honest with you. So historically, we've done pretty decently against the Vikings, but that doesn't really matter in this game. I think we're going to get blown out. Like I said, I do not like the matchups. I don't like the matchups with Stephon Diggs. I don't like the matchup with Dalvin Cook. I just don't like it at all. Now, Quentin Dunbar versus Stephon Diggs. That's probably the biggest matchup of this game, because Quentin Dunbar has been an elite cornerback so far, and Stephon Diggs is starting to pick it up, because remember, Stephon Diggs looked like he wanted to get traded. Everybody's like, oh, we're going to get him. Redskins are going to get him. No, I was like, no, they're not trading Stephon Diggs. That's not happening. Now, the ways that we possibly could beat the Vikings, I don't think we're going to beat them, but the ways that we could, Adam Thielen looks like he's going to be doubtful. Their offensive line has been questionable. They haven't been consistent. They're starting to pick it up, but their offensive line was bad. The offensive line was bad in the beginning of the season. Remember when everyone was like, oh, Kirk Cousins is terrible. He's a choke artist. And then these last 3 games, he started to pick it up. He beat the Giants. He beat the Lions now. He beat the Eagles. So now Kirk is really getting in a rhythm right now. He knows where he wants to go with the football. Kyle Rudolph is healthy. He knows where he wants to go with the football. And this team, I just don't see us stopping them unless we get a real pass rush with Kerrigan. If Kerrigan wants to step up finally like he did last game and get a pass rush. Montez Sweat, you got to wake up, man. There's APB out for you, man. I don't know where you've been at. I've been your biggest defender. A lot of people have been like, Montez is lazy. I've been defending Montez, saying he's not lazy and all this stuff like that. You got to show up. You got to do something. You don't even have to give me a sack. At least give me a batted pass down. At least give me a quarterback hit without doing a roughing the passer. At least do something. At least knock him down. Do something, Montez. Get back there. Be active. Just rush the passer. You don't even have to get a sack. Just rush the passer. Just do something. Be effective. Wreak havoc. Do something. You know, that's all I'm asking for Montez Sweat, right? It doesn't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be a sack. Just make your presence known. Just make your presence felt. Be in the backfield. Jonathan Allen starting to play really, really well. Deron Payne, Tim Settle, the guys up in the middle, man. Ioannidis is picking it up. They're playing really, really well. I think Josh Norman's going to be doubtful. That's a very good thing. Some people are saying that, you know, you don't want to see Josh Norman not play. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're better. We're playing better without Josh Norman. I don't care about the weather. That weather excuse is BS to me. We're playing better without Josh Norman. I don't care. I don't care if Fabian gets burnt. Because what was Josh Norman doing? Seriously, what was Josh Norman doing? I don't care if Fabian Moreau gets burnt because it's the equivalent of Josh Norman. Josh Norman's been burned enough. He's burnt up. He's toast. He is done. We need to trade this man before the trade deadline. I don't care if we get a 7th-round pick, a 6th-round pick. Trade Josh Norman today. Trade that man today. Trade him today. Get him out of here. We need to trade that man. Emmanuel Sanders got traded. I did talk about him yesterday. Everybody was like, no, you shouldn't get Emmanuel Sanders. But I really think the 49ers won that trade. They got a 5th-round pick and Emmanuel Sanders, and I think they only gave up, what, a 3rd and a 4th? I mean, that's for a team that's close, and I get we're nowhere near being close. But that was a darn good trade, in my opinion. I think that was a good trade for the 49ers. I think Emmanuel Sanders could really help this team next year, helping Dwayne out, because everybody wants to say, oh, Dwayne has no weapons. But if you have Emmanuel Sanders and Scary Terry, that's 2 legitimate weapons right there. That's 2 number 1 wide receivers that really can help Dwayne out next year. Or Emmanuel Sanders has at least 3 to 4 good years in him. And I think we would have just gave up like a 3rd-round pick. Hey, who knows? Who knows? So for us, I think Vernon Davis is going to be out with the concussion. So the only way we can really win this game, if somehow we do find a running game, Case Keenum, hopefully this is his last game as a starter. I'm really hoping this is his last game as a starter in DC. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm really, really hoping. I did want to talk about Morgan Moses. We do not need to let this guy off the hook. I know he's a nice guy off the field. I've seen videos of him talking with fans, interacting with people, and I get that he's a very nice guy, very well-spoken guy. He needs to stay off the junkies. No more commenting on the freaking junkies. Stop going on the radio. Chris Thompson, crybaby Chris Thompson, you need to stop going on there too. I was dying laughing. Somebody said Jay Gruden was his bestie, and he was crying when Jay Gruden got fired. That was very, very funny to me. And that is true, man. We need to just trade a lot of people. A lot of people are saying, there's a report saying, I'm getting a little off topic, but there's a report saying, there's just a lot to talk about. I might make a separate video about this. They're saying the Ravens have reportedly contacted us for Ryan Kerrigan. Now, this is a rumor. I don't know if this is true, but let me know what y'all think, man. I may make a separate video for this. Would you accept the trade from Ryan Kerrigan from the Ravens? If it's a 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick, whatever. I wouldn't take anything less than a 2nd-round pick from Ryan Kerrigan. I would try to sell high. I would be like, hey, you need to give us a 1st-round pick. And then they're probably going to say, no, we'll probably give you a 2nd-round pick. And I would try to bait them. You gotta finesse them. You got to play mind games with these people. But yeah, back to the game. It's in a dome. It's Case Keenum's game. His first time back in Minnesota as well. We already know what the Mile High Miracle, whatever. I don't think it's called the Mile High Miracle, but the miracle to Stephon Diggs. We all remember that. That's the Case Keenum that Bruce Allen thought we were going to get, I guess, from the Vikings. Hasn't turned out to be that way at all. Nowhere near it. We just don't have the weapons like the Vikings did at that time. So I'm trying to think what else I want to say about this game. But yeah, Kirk's going to rip us a new one. He really is. He's going to rip us. Morgan Moses. Oh, almost let Morgan Moses off the hook. I almost forgot about Morgan Frozen Moses. We're going to just call this man Sub-Zero. Morgan Frozen Morgan. I don't want to call him Sub-Zero because that Sub-Zero is one of the coolest characters on Mortal Kombat. I want to give him a cool name. He's starting to turn into the dang human turntable. Shout out to Eric Flowers. Eric Flowers has been a bright spot for this team. But Morgan Moses is starting to turn into a freaking human turntable. This is crazy, man. This man froze. My man K said, "Hike." This man froze. And then we're going to turn around and the dude sacks Case Keenum. I was like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious? It was like his PlayStation controller just died. Like you playing Madden, your PlayStation controller just dies. And then the person you're controlling just stays there like this. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Are you serious, Morgan? Like, really? Then he went up on the junkies. He was like, I'm not going to say any names. I'm not gonna point the finger. And it wasn't my fault. I'm not going to blame anybody else. But basically, by you saying that, you're basically blaming people. The only person you can really blame is either Chase Rouillet, who is the snapper, the center, or you're blaming Case Keenum. And we're in a quiet place. We're in our own house. Nobody was yelling. Nobody was even at the game to freaking yell. There probably were more 49ers fans than Redskins fans, but nobody was really yelling defense like that. You know, I wasn't at the game, but who cared? Nobody was really that loud. Now, they're going to be loud in Minnesota, and if you can't get a freaking snap count route right, correct at home, and you're standing there still frozen, like you're playing tag or something, like you frozen, like you can't move, to the point where you're letting somebody underlay, go past you, and sack Case Keenum. That's why I said I wasn't mad at Case, because you got people like Morgan Moses letting people just run by him like that. That's why I said I wasn't mad at Case. Case played a terrible game, but I wasn't mad. My expectations for Case Keenum are below the bar. They are below the bar. That's why I don't get mad. When you set your expectations low, you don't get mad. I don't get mad. I'm not getting mad. There's no reason to really get mad at Case. Get mad at the front office. Get mad at Bill Callahan for keep playing Case Bum Keenum. You know, and Case Keenum, another nice guy. These are nice guys, and I hate to go on them so much, but they're just not playing well. They're not playing well. They need to sit down on the bench. If we could trade Morgan Moses, I wouldn't be mad at that. We probably won't get a bag of chips for Morgan Moses right now. Probably won't get a bag of chips for Josh Norman either. But Paul Richardson needs to step up. Steven Sims, we need to see him step up. Cam Sims is on a practice squad. Calvin Harmon, he needs to get some more opportunities and run the football. Just run the football. Wendell Smallwood, let's do some screen passes with Wendell Smallwood. You know, because the Vikings are very, very aggressive. They're very aggressive. Marvin Jones Jr. for the Lions, he had a hell of a game. He had 3 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin can go off. Or P. Rich if he finally wakes up. If P. Rich doesn't do nothing this game, it's time to go. You got to get traded. I don't care if we get a 6th-round pick for him either. I'll take a 6th or a 5th for Paul Richardson. I'll take a 7th rounder for Josh Norman at this point. I really don't care. It's about how you draft. And like I said, if we stink it up and we end up 2-14, 1-15, you're gonna have the first pick of each round. So if you get the first pick of the 7th round, that can be a good pick. If you just scout the right way and get another Jimmy Moreland or somebody good like that, a low-key player from like a small college, or you just scout really well and get somebody who was slept on, you can get somebody who's really good out of the SEC or whatever conference. And get somebody. Steven Sims was undrafted. So it's just about scouting. It's not about where you pick sometimes. It's just about where you scout, what players you like, what players fit your system. We all know how the draft goes. So honestly, I would take a 7th-round pick for Josh Norman. We just need to get rid of him before we cut him in the offseason. But my final score for this game, I went on a tangent about the team and front office moves that we should make. But focusing on this game, I think it's going to be 31-10. A lot of people is going to be, I think Wahoo Brad 24, that's my guy. I think he said it was going to be like 40-0 or something, 40-7. I think it's going to be 31-10. I think what's going to happen in the first half, it's going to be like really close. You know how the Patriots game was close? In the first half, it was like 12-7 at halftime or 9-7. And then it ended up being 33-7. They finally just got a rhythm and just broke it open. I think that's how it's going to go. It's going to be like really close in the first half. And then Kirk's going to finally wake up and find Diggs for a deep bomb or something like that. And they're going to beat us like that. Or Kyle Rudolph or somebody random is going to go off. Dalvin Cook's probably going to have like 100 yards or something like that. He's not going to wake up until like the second half. They're just going to wear us down because Minuski's trash. So Minuski's going to have a good first half. Like, we're going to look good in the first half. It's going to be like tied up 7-6 or something like that. And then next thing you know, in the second half, it's just going to really break open. It's going to be like 31-10 or something like that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel it's going to go. It's going to be like 31-10, 31-13 or something like that. It's going to get ugly. It's not going to be like the Bears game where it just started ugly. This one's going to be close, and then it's going to end up ugly. That's how it's going to. Kirk is going to, you like that? All that. He's going to be his corny self. He's going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm telling you, he's going to have a lot of fun. He's going to have a lot of fun in his revenge game. But he's going to be classy. He's not going to be like Kyle Shanahan. He's going to be classy with it for real. That's just how Kirk is just a nice guy. Like I said, a whole bunch of nice guys. Kirk really is just a nice guy for real. He really is a genuinely nice guy. He really is. So I don't hate Kirk. I'm not mad at him. So, you know, if he kills us, it is what it is. We're just a bad team right now. We need to load up on draft picks. Got some more videos on the way. Trying to think what else. Landon Collins has been good. Troy Aikman needs some more playing time. Monte Nicholson probably won't be playing on Thursday. So that's the last of the injury report. Sheriff is healthy. Our whole offensive line is basically healthy for the most part. Donald Penn should be playing too. Eric Flowers, Rouye, Morgan Moses, Morgan Frozen Moses is his new name for me. So yeah, let me know what y'all think this final score is gonna be. Let me know what y'all think, man. It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be 31-10. We're gonna take an L. We're gonna take a big L for real. This is hopefully this is Case's last game. All right, y'all. More videos on the way. Shout out to the Nationals, man. Big game tonight. NBA starting tonight, too. I'm very hyped about that. I got the Clippers beating the Lakers tonight. That's what I have happening. I got the Clippers beating the Lakers. It's going to be like 100 to 110 to 107. I got the Clippers beating the Lakers. Kawhi's going to go off for like 30. Paul George's going to go off for like 35. LeBron's gonna have like 20 and 10 and 8, and then AD is gonna go off for like 40. So that's what I got happening tonight. All right, y'all. Hail to them Skins. Hail to them Nats. Hail to the Wizards. All right, y'all. Peace.